Hey everyone, I'm Tiffany Harlick, and I'm here to give you the this week in astrology, which is January 22nd through 28th of 2024. And so the skies are kind of unsettled. It's like the vinaigrette bottle has been shaken up, and the snow globe is everything's been shaken up, and the dust is kind of settling this week. And so if you have some lack of clarity going on, just realize that things are settling. It's not super clear right now. Venus is going to join the other planets in Capricorn on Tuesday. So Venus moves into Capricorn on January 23rd. Venus, the goddess of love and, of course, money, yes, but also our values, our core values are represented by Venus. Venus represents romance, and Capricorn is much more traditional, much more modest, much more committed in some ways. And so themes can be that you're looking for more practical relationships, that you're looking for long-term commitments, that you're making conservative financial decisions, that you're looking for material security in some ways or emotional security in other ways. So check in, what are your values? Are they lining up with the people that are in your life? This could be an old-fashioned romance that you're seeking. And so that's kind of some of the good juju. In terms of the challenging energy, Mars is going to square Chiron, and then we'll square the nodes. And so this can be really about perseverance, really some faith makers, really some things that bring you to a point of surrender and like, okay, I'm going to finally trust the universe, trust my highest self to lead the way. I'm going to get out of the way. This is a reminder maybe that you want to play with the Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You can use this for yourself, for people that you are stuck with, for any resentments that you may have. It can be really, really powerful. And it's experienced. This whole Mars square Chiron energy is this week of January 22nd through 25th, give or take, and it occurs again in October. So you might see the themes that are going on right now again later in the year. We've got a full moon in 5 degrees of Leo on Thursday, the 25th. This is an interesting placement because it is really going to be a point of interest as we look to the fall, as we look to October and November this year. This 5 degrees of Leo, 6 degrees of Leo then is going to be very stimulating. So if you haven't already seen the 2024 forecast, I want you to go check that out and stay curious about this part in your chart and in your country, in your country's chart. The full moon at 5 degrees of Leo, it's like we need to remember that we're here for a good time, not a long time. That Leo helps us to be playful. It helps us to maintain some of our innocence. Leo energy is very loyal, always ready to do something for a good time, for fun. Leo is very passionate. Leo energy is like that best cheerleader friend that you have, that is, the one that you call to say, I need a pep talk. That's Leo energy. But the full moon does bring excess energy. So there can be a little extra out there around Thursday. And so, of course, I like to talk about the moon phases from a larger perspective. This full moon is showing you something from a pattern that started in July of 2022. So, can you observe what is being shown to you right now? And then can you just kind of zoom out, take a step back and see that this thing that's being shown to you right now isn't perfect right now. It's not complete. It's not the time to say this is done and put a period on it. The time to put a period on it is October of 2024, right? So very interesting because the last quarter moon will be in 1 degree of Leo in October 24th of 2024. So we're just making some pivots based on what we see right now. It can be, there can be some tension in the sky with the full moon. We've got, I mentioned Mars square Chiron, but Mercury is also square Chiron. You might have some incredibly healing conversations, something that needs to be said or something that needs to just be expressed and written, letters written that you don't have to send. Really powerful time for that. I want you to be aware that Friday afternoon and Saturday morning, the moon is void of course. So the moon always goes void of course right before she changes signs. we call a change of sign an ingress, ingress in astrology. So before she changes sign, she's going to be void of course. And this time is usually more nebulous. We're more tired. We're more lethargic. We schedule things that we wished we hadn't. We hope that somebody cancels, so that we have the mental space. The moon void of course. And so I encourage you to check out my digital astrology calendar, because that is one of the pieces of feedback that I get from users, that moon void of course period is really very helpful, because you can look at it and see, okay, this is not the right time for my team meeting. This is not the right time for me to sign a contract. This is not the right time for me to push and force, right? This is more of a relaxed place. And as the weekend lifts, the energy lifts this weekend. Mercury will trine Uranus. Venus will trine Jupiter. So if you're buying lotto tickets, I would do it on the 28th this week, okay? Venus trine Jupiter is a moment of luck. It has to do with being lucky both in love and in money. So thank your lucky stars. Proactively work your gratitude list this week, and pay attention to the signs from spirit this weekend, especially on Sunday. Mercury and Uranus are like those aha moments. It's like you're doing something else, you're in the flow of something else, and boom, the idea kicks into gear, and it's like this like life-changing switching gears moment, or you finally get something that you've been like wanting to understand for so long. It just is apparent to you all of a sudden. So interesting week in the cosmos. All right, thanks for hanging out with me, and namaste.